up, everyone? It's your girl Diamond Melvin. I want to say hello to all my Dear God Journey followers. I definitely know it's been a minute, but your girl is back better than ever with new blogs and new content. So today I am so excited to be starting back with my interviews. I am kicking off a series and it's called Dear God, My Health Matters. This segment is really important because, as you guys know, in my traditional background, I grew up in a traditional Black church. And anyone that has that background, we know God will heal, correct? He will definitely do that. But we tend to not, from what I could see growing up, want to take professional advice and actually apply it to our lives. You know, people always gonna be like, God gonna heal, but then, you know, with your high blood pressure, diabetes, mental health issues, but then you still want to do what you want to do and then tell God to heal. So you're going to get some excellent information throughout this segment. And so I have the honor of having my own sister here with me today, Miss Latoya Mullen, and she is actually a family nurse practitioner. This first interview with my sister, it is going to be a two-part interview. The first part, we're just going to be focusing on her credentials, her business in itself, you know, where you can locate her, find her, assess her, and if you need help. So I'm going to allow her to introduce herself, talk about her credentials, and actually her lovely practice.
So my name is Latoya Mullen. I'm a family nurse practitioner as well as a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And currently I do practice in mental health primarily. I have an outpatient private practice where I service children, adolescents, and adults with various mental health disorders. I provide medication management, individual therapy or counseling. We do a couple testing services, but it's mainly medication management and both non-pharmacological and pharmacological methods. So we kind of mix together Western medicine and some holistic things as well to treat any kind of like mental health disorder.
So within your years of experience, what is the most common mental illness that you've encountered?
The most common would probably be depression and of course the ADD, ADHD. So if I had to do like a hierarchy, it'd be number 1, depression. Number 2, ADD or ADHD, and anxiety are the top ones that I encounter the most.
So what are some early signs of mental illness and when should you look to be seeking professional help?
Mental illness is a broad statement. You would have to kind of break it down. Like, what are some early signs of depression? What are some early signs of anxiety? But it's very individualistic. It could be different for everybody. The standard or textbook answer would probably be sadness, hopelessness, irritability, agitation, racing thoughts, feeling fatigued. There are some physical symptoms as well, just feeling tired, maybe struggling to have motivation to get out of bed, to do things, or just feeling like you're going through the motions of life and not really feeling happy, like putting on a happy face, but really not feeling happy internally.
So Toya, if you're a person that's suffering mental health, depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, etc., where would you go to seek help?
So there's many different avenues. So for example, I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner. So you can go see a psychiatric nurse practitioner for medication management as well as therapy. You can go see a psychiatrist for medication management and therapy as well. You can see a licensed professional counselor, otherwise known as an LPC, for individual therapy or counseling. You can also see a licensed clinical social worker for therapy as well for counseling. And you can also see a life coach. A life coach is more along the lines of people who may be a little bit lost along their journey, who just need help prioritizing their life. They may be struggling, maybe having a crisis where they're switching careers and just don't know how to ease that transition. And a psychiatrist and a nurse practitioner, they both can do therapy. They both can diagnose, treat, and prescribe medications. A licensed professional counselor or a licensed clinical social worker cannot prescribe medications. They are strictly for therapy. They can also do psychological testing. If a person is wanting to have like just formal testing, psychological testing is also beneficial if a person is trying to rule out a developmental disorder like autism. ADD, ADHD, a mood disorder, like bipolar disorder. There's different avenues, different people that you can see. A lot of people sometimes want everything done in one place.
Right.
So they often will go to a psychiatrist because a psychiatrist can do therapy and medication management as well. They'll go to a psychiatric nurse practitioner because they can do therapy and medication as well. Or sometimes they already have a therapist and have been going to therapists or going to counseling, but now they just may want to explore medication management. So then they will see a psychiatrist or a psychiatric nurse practitioner for the medication management piece, but still stay with the therapist that they're comfortable with. As far as like the care and treatment you receive, it's pretty much on the same level.
Would you say that with you being a nurse practitioner, it's more of a personable, specialized service that you're able to offer?
I have had people say that they feel like nurse practitioners are a little bit more easier to talk to, maybe because we are used to that bedside manner because we were nurses prior. But there's no right or wrong answer to that. There's no better or worse. But if there's things that I don't know, I do have a psychiatrist that I refer to. If I feel like it's just out of my league or the acuity level is just too high, I will refer to a psychiatrist, because for me, you know, that is a higher level of care that I cannot manage. There's no right or wrong answer if you go see a psychiatrist versus if you go see a psychiatric nurse practitioner. You should still receive the same level of care.
So there's a plethora of resources.
Yeah, there's a plethora of resources for the mental health now. You do not have to suffer in silence. You don't necessarily have to take medication. You can do therapy. If you don't, some people just are put off by therapy. You can just do counseling, go to a life coach. So there's a different avenues that you can take to address mental health.
Thank you for tuning in to the first part of this interview with my sister, Latoya Mullen, in our series that I'm calling Dear God, My Health Matters. Stay tuned for part 2. We still are going to be talking all about mental health and taking preventative measures, how to kickstart that, and we'll share her contact information so you all can reach her directly. As always, remember that the journey just starts with just those 2 words, Dear God.